me say a little something about human value. Now, we've come through 250 years of capitalism, where we have been very well programmed to believe that capital is the single most important thing in the world. It is the single most important thing. And we all are conditioned to spend all of our time and days and energy working toward the accumulation of this capital, the growth of our own private property, but usually that means to contributing to one of these giant corporations that really run the game. Now, for most of this time, a lot of us, our capital was our labor. That's what we had to offer. That's what we had to trade in. That's what we had to build on. But now our labor's kind of worthless and obsolete. And so we really need to start asking ourselves, what's the value of a human being? What do humans deserve? And recognize that we are moving out of capitalism as we know it. And although many of us have also been very well trained to believe that the only other possibility is communism, and then to freak out about that, we have to recognize that one of the values of humans is that we are innovative. We can continue to innovate, and whatever ism is going to take us into the next generation, it's not one of the ones that we've thought about in the past. It's something new, something that doesn't just focus on the market economy, and to say that capital and ownership and private property is the most important thing, but one that also recognizes the core economy and realizes how important our communities are, how important our neighborhoods are, how important all those connections that we have and how we take care of one another and those sorts of things. Those are really important and need to be valued. We need to recognize our planetary economy. We need to recognize the value of our air and our water and our land and all of these things, which can't really be measured in the myopia of capitalism because it's not money. And we need to recognize the power of the gift economy. How much joy it brings me in all of these terrible things that we're facing, from the weather events to the government shutting down. It still brings me so much joy to see how people come together and serve one another, just giving of themselves. Because that's a real huge value of humanity that can't be measured under capitalism.